Hi, it's Tahani. I'm here with the weather update. This is going to be a long form video. I'm making this on March 18th, 2025 at about 8 p.m. But it's going to be a long form video because it's not short enough to fit into a short. I have a lot to say and I just want to make an update. I'm kind of switching back and forth, experimenting if a long form video or a short works better. But I'm going with long form because this will be just too long overall to put into a short. So I'm starting looking at the temperature map. We have a big gradient of temperatures. We're enjoying 70s in Des Moines, but in the 40s in Minneapolis. And things, if you're in Omaha, Des Moines, Cedar Rapids, it's very nice outside. A place like Omaha, where it's 70 now, when you wake up tomorrow morning, it's going to be in the lower 30s. It's going to be snowing. It's going to be windy. Wind chills will be in the upper teens. That will be a crazy drop off. That will be you're on the temperature roller coaster, so please be prepared for that. That will not be fun, I know. But switching maps, looking at this is a similar map. We're showing the lower 70s in Omaha. Then in South Dakota, we're in the 30s. So you can tell the winds are coming briskly out of the north. Further north of that line and then south of that line, they're coming from the south. And you can see the low pressure here in Kansas causing all of this. Depending on which side of the line you're on, it's totally going to change what you're going to see. If you're in Iowa, Nebraska, Wisconsin, we're going to, in southern Minnesota, maybe even some southeastern South Dakota, we're seeing a huge swath of a narrow band of snow that will cause some very heavy snow, along with some very strong winds will create blizzard conditions. So let's look at a model. This is a GFS model. Go back to today. So you see that low in Kansas? It will be moving through Missouri, and we'll start with some thunderstorms in some of Iowa. You even have a small chance of severe weather if I look at this outlook. You have a marginal risk of severe weather, obviously nothing too concerning, but there could be some nasty thunderstorms that develop. You'll go from sunny and 70s to thunderstorms as temperatures rapidly drop, turning into blizzard conditions. And while I'm here, I'm just going to look tomorrow, day 2 outlook. We have a slight risk of severe weather, so a little step up from today. In eastern Illinois and western Missouri, we'll see storms fire up in the afternoon. I'll show you what that looks like on the model here in a sec. But otherwise, we have that marginal that stretches back into Iowa. That's kind of the end of tonight. It's showing all the way down into Mississippi and Alabama. So this is definitely something you need to watch out for. Let's go back to the model so I can time it out for you a little bit more. So we have that low moving out of Kansas, that line of storms that will develop, or a little bit of a cluster of storms that will develop in Iowa overnight. That should be moving out by early morning. Could give you some small hail, gusty winds. Those are the main threats from that. And then as the rain switches to snow, winds will be very strong, as you can see. The closer those lines are, the stronger the wind. So where you see those really tightly packed lines, those are some very strong winds, which is going to create some very dangerous blizzard conditions. So I would not travel if you don't have to. We could see up to 8 to 12 inches in a narrow swath, probably like right here. Outside of that, you'll still see, even if you're just getting lighter snow, that will still get blown around a lot by that strong wind, gusting up to 65 miles per hour at times. So I definitely expect some school and business cancellations or alterations for tomorrow. Be ready for that. That continues. You can see as low moves into the Chicago area, that line of storms develops in eastern Illinois, moves through Indiana, where we have that slight risk of severe weather. We'll see that swath of rain enter Ohio, but the threat of severe weather will be diminishing by then. But that snow fills in on the backside, so more areas that just saw thunderstorms will be seeing some snow along with strong winds. So even if you just get a few flurries, visibility could be really reduced when those winds come in too, because it does not take much to just reduce the visibility if you get quick snow shower combined with that wind, things could get very bad very quickly, so definitely take caution. With all this wind too comes a fire risk. This is mainly New Mexico. You can see where the highest risk is. That stretches all the way into the Midwest as well. But we already have some fires going in here. Those will have the potential to spread very quickly. So please avoid outdoor burning like at all costs, because if it gets out of hand at all, it could get out of control very quickly and turn into a raging wildfire, which we definitely do not want. Tomorrow that threat continues. A little bit further south is where the highest threat is, but with all this dry vegetation, you really don't want to take chances. 3 to 8 day, you can see still the same areas. This is just very dry areas as the wind and heat will continue. Looking back at the severe weather side of this, after that slight risk tomorrow, Day 3 outlook has this moving into the very eastern part of the country. A chance of some thunderstorms, not even a risk of severe weather at this time. And again, southern Montana, eastern Idaho, northern Wyoming has that chance. But looking here, we have that chance of storms moving back into the Dixie Alley or a little bit west of there. Eastern Texas, Louisiana, southern Arkansas, parts of Mississippi look at the best chance of this. Have you noticed that Tornado Alley has seemed to shift east? We've had a lot more storms in like the Dixie Alley than like where you used to think Oklahoma, Kansas has. I'm thinking about making a video about why that seemed to occur, so maybe comment if you think that's a good idea. Also, I'll be sharing my March Madness bracket, getting a little off topic here, but just want to do that for more of a fun video. That's about it for all I had for this weather update, but I just wanted to give an update and hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like the video, and again, comment about what you think I should do for the upcoming video. Thanks. Bye.